Oy, kamusta? It's me, Kisu again, and I'm back with another figure unboxing and review. So here's my awaited figure though, the MIGU 1:9 scale Venom, or the MW Culture 1:9 scale Venom. So yeah, here's a tip of the video, and before we proceed, I just want to show you how curious am I while setting up the whole thing while filming this. So I got my weighing scale here, and what a surprising result. Yeah, this figure weighs around, almost 3 kilograms. So yeah, this one's very heavy. So let's move on now, and let's go with the rest of the stuff. The MW Culture 1:9 scale Venom is now standing in front of us, and in this video I promised you that I will bring the most satisfying POV of this huge amazing action figure. So you better hold on with this video, so you'll see some small details that that I'm going to talk later, so it might help you convince yourself if you don't have one, if you don't pre-order this one. So I might convince you to get one and play with it. So therefore, let's move on with the first thing. Whew! It took me a while to arrange this huge amount of accessories that comes with the figure, the set of figures. So yeah, we're going to look at each set of accessories, and I'm going to start with this one. Yeah, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 set of symbiote effects. Yeah, that's pretty large amount of accessory. So it was plugged at the back of the figure, so you see it's sculpted nicely in a rubber plastic. And I'm glad that there's actually a good thing with this designated holes. You don't have to find and match the shape of the peg to plug the symbiote effects on its hole, because there's number inside the holes. So you just have to find the number on the the symbiote effects and plug it on its designated hole. So yeah, and here's the number 8 hole at the ties, and the 9 last one. So let me try this one. I'll be putting this symbiote effects at its designated hole, so you see it's easy to plug those symbiote effects. So I'll be doing this now, and let's see how Venom will look like with all this stuff. So here's Venom with all the stuffs plugged in. Okay, let's take a look at the back. Yeah, you see how consistent those sculpts, those details, and you can see the same lines of the the symbiote effects while plugged in the holes. So I have few gripes here. You see the one I'm pointing at the shoulder, I'll be trying to, move the biceps. I think it's good, but I think it will, yeah, it falls off. And I'm actually eyeing with this one because I see that the space in between the symbiote tendrils and the bicep is too narrow. So yeah, the two parts will not move freely with each other. So it's up to you if you're going to play this with the symbiotes plugged in or just displayed it. So yeah, but it's not a real gripe with this one, so let's not cry about that. And that's how the tendrils look and works with this guy. And for the next one is the interchangeable hands slash weapons. So the first weapon is this, I think what you call this, axe or blades, symbiote blades. Okay, so let's try to plug it on the hands so you might see how it looks, how it goes with this figure. So yeah, you just have to plug it, and yeah, that's it. I don't know where's the left or right one with this interchangeable hands or weapons, but I think it goes both ways. So here's another one. I think it's like another blade. I'm not familiar with those blades, kinds or types of blades. So yeah, it was nicely sculpted just like the first one. So you see that the color, the shades, it's very consistent with the figure. It matches the whole figure. Yeah, so that's for the weapons, or the alternating weapons for the hands. And here's another interchangeable hands, which is what you call this, a brawling hands. Actually, I love the nails. It's kind of weird, but it gives Toy Biz vibes, vibes, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's not a real gripe with me or a real thing. It's very good with the figure, so it actually will hold a Marvel Legends figure with this big hands. That's it. These are the interchangeable hands. Okay. The last one, but not the least, is this alternate head sculpt. Man, I love this head sculpt with this, you see that, those eyes, those sculpt details, the feet, this translucent teeth. I do love that. Yeah, I really love that. And the most exciting part here is this one, the lighting effects with the both heads actually. So I'm going to show you how to put those batteries on using this stuffs that comes with the package also. So here's how it looks like when you light up the lighting LED or the lighting effects on inside the head. Whoa, yeah, that's good. You see, that's very fascinating. Moving on with another real thing that I'm actually going to talk with this figure is this eyes. So you see, it's kinda off to me because it's not this. Yeah. Although it's not that bad, but it's kinda off to me because I expected that I'm going to get the one that comes with those promo images exactly the same. So yeah, let's not just cry about it now, because there's more with this figure. So let's not just focus on this, bad things, and move on. And as I said earlier, I'm going to show you now how to put the batteries on. And first, we have to use this screw. And for a bit of moment, here's the LED now. Here's the lighting setup. Okay, so yeah, just a glimpse of it. And here's the tool that you're going to use to put the batteries on it. So just not forget the positive and negative side of the battery. As you observe, the clips here are not the same in length. The longer one goes against with the spring, so it will make room for the battery, so you can push this and make the battery plug, or goes inside the housing. So let's try to put this one now. Just make sure that you put the batteries on right position, and you just have to inject it like that, and boom. And oh, I forgot that there's an on and on switch with this LED light, so let's just put it back now. And you see, just like that, we're enjoying this kind of gimmick that MIGU provided us with this figure, so that's an absolute win. Now I'm going to show you a much more closer look with this Venom figure, and I'm going to talk all about the good things that comes with this figure itself. Okay, so first things first, as you see here, how consistent the figure is in terms of paint application, the details, textures, the sculpt. Man, I really love the sculpt. There's no weird shit happening with the sculpt, even at the back. As you observe, even the tendrils were plugged in the holes, on their holes. It blends with the figure itself, so it's not very off. Oh, I forgot to mention that the proportion of this figure is all on point. And for the materials used with this, I think 90% of the figure is an actual solid or hard plastic, and that's why this figure is actually very heavy in weight. So what you expect, it's a massive figure. So what else? The emblem actually is a separate piece, so that's a great decision that MIGU did, because they have more attention on doing this, on doing that emblem too. So yeah, that's a plus point. And of course, lastly is the paint application. I have no complaint with the paint application. It gets my taste. MIGU got my taste. Those highlights, those shades of blue that blends with the sculpt, the popping muscles, the details of the sculpt. So I have no complaint with it, even with the solid white paints, and even with the bone nails, I have no gripe with that. So overall, this figure for me is a straight 11 out of 10. Now here's the articulation for this figure, but before that, I just wanted you to know that the joining system of this figure is actually a ratchet joint system, most of its parts. So that's actually a great choice for a massive figure. Okay, let's move on and go with the head now. So the head goes up this far, goes this down, and rotating 360, and a dumbbell joint, I guess, that connects with the torso to the neck. Here's a separate neck piece, and the arms sideways. This range is actually a good range. It rotates 360, very good ratchet joints, yeah, very tight bicep swivel, double jointed ratchet joints, and a dumbbell joints that connects with the arms and the hands. So for the diaphragm articulation, it can go up this far and this down. It actually can rotate just like the waist swivel, but it's very tight. So Here's one of my favorite articulation with every figure, the banana split. So this range, legs kick this high and moves this backward, double jointed ratchet joints at the knees, upper thigh cut, a dumbbell joint I guess for the feet, and toe articulation. And that's all the overall articulation of the figure. It's an 11 out of 10 rate for me, because you know, for a massive figure, ratchet joint system is actually the best option. Now we're here, we're going to have a real talk, a small talk about some sort of issues that comes with this figure. Starting with the interchangeable hands, here's the default, and here's the the alternate hand. So as you see, the peg holes is very different in size, its diameter. It was seen in the naked eye. Actually, it's very tight to plug it on the dumbbell joint. It's not working at all, even though if you push that hard. So the best solution for this is to sand it down and make the hole bigger so you might able to plug it easier on the peg, on the dumbbell joint. So well, same with this head sculpt, this alternate head sculpt. Yeah, the peg holes is smaller than the ball joint, so I have to sand it down to make it for me easier to plug the head sculpt. And that's the only downside of this figure, but overall it doesn't affect the beauty, the essence, and the amazing work MIGU provided with this figure. So but I hope next time MIGU will take note with this kind of quality control issue, so they don't miss this one. And now we're here at the end of the video, but before I say goodbye to you, I have to, talk about my sense with this figure, because guys, this is my most awaited figure of this year. I really wanted this figure the first time I saw the promo images, the pre-ordered images. Yeah, I'm very excited to own this figure, and for the fact that its price point is very affordable. 3,500 pesos for this massive figure that comes with those stuffs, with all these stuffs, the gimmicks, the lighting gimmicks, the quality, the ratchet joint system, all the good stuffs that comes with this figure deserves that price point? I don't think so. So yeah, this figure is an absolute win if you will buy this or you will purchase this one. So that's my stand with this figure. It's up to you if you're going to get this. Yeah. And that's all, kisses and kisses. Stay safe, take care, goodbye.